Hi everyone, welcome to this week weekly market update. So on last Friday, we can see that Dow Jones actually closed higher, snapped the 3 weeks win streak as we wait for the stimulus drag. But main reason is US because of this reason, US Senate actually passes the 1 week bill to avoid government shutdown. This give this give the lawmaker more time, to negotiate on the full year spending package on the stimulus relief program. So this is one of the good news. That's why if let's say you are monitoring on the chart itself, if you are looking at the hourly chart for Dow Jones Index, right, you can see that it's only at the last few hours the market actually spike up, not spike up, it went higher only. So ultimately you must see. To me, I feel that uh the market is not that bullish after all. In order to be bullish once again, right, there's one last thing, which is the similar package to roll out. If you have been following my, like I say on my Facebook page or my video, you should know that there's 3 points that the market is looking since then. First is the US president, which right now is confirmed. Second is the vaccines, which also approved on last Friday from the FDA. It's been approved. Uh, then thirdly is the stimulus package. So this stimulus package is actually one of the next things that the market is looking at. In, in order for market to continue to be bullish again, right? For the investor to expect more bullish in the market, we need this stimulus package. Otherwise, if this drag on, right, it's a matter of times it will roll or not. It's a matter of times. It's just how much. But the thing is that in order to let the market to continue to go to the north direction, to continue to go up, we need this to roll out, right? If not, with profit taking coming in, during the end of the year, to avoid the high capital gain tax from Biden joining the office, people might want to, take profit first to avoid the capital gain tax as well. So this is the thing that we might want to take note for this coming week. And also, if you are holding on Pfizer shares, you might be wondering how come Pfizer shares isn't spiking up like Biotech, like Moderna, this kind of company. It's because, in my own opinion, simply there's 3 reasons. Firstly, it's because Pfizer has a highest market cap, so it requires more funds to push or to move the shares price. All right, it has the biggest market cap among the two of them. Secondly, Pfizer is because of the vaccine itself, right? It need a very low temperature storage, as we know, all right, compared to Moderna vaccine. That's why uh the vaccine from Moderna actually give more flexibility to store and to transport. That's why you can see that it's actually spiking higher and higher. And lastly, for the TA's perspective, right, Pfizer is actually waiting to clear the too high resistance level before the sky is the limit for them to grow. So we will look at the Pfizer chart later as well. So lastly, for Moderna, we will continue to see bullish on it. Mainly is because U.S. government has actually ordered another 100 billion more doses from them, and as well as it's just a matter of times they might be the next for the FDA to approve them as well. All right. So if you're holding, you may continue to hold. If you are not, just really spike up. It's too late for you. But Pfizer, there is a chance for them to spike up. All right. There's a chance for them to spike up, waiting for them to clear. So this coming week, things to take note is actually on Wednesday itself. It's on the FOMC, on the Fed interest rate decisions. Should be remain the same, unchanged. And then unless they want to surprise us or unless they want to give us, the heart attack or the Christmas present, we never know. But high possibility it will remain unchanged. All right, so let's move on to the chart directly. Okay, so for Dow Jones, we can see that it actually break into the all-time high. All right, at this level, it break to all-time high. But things to take note. I mean, if you let's say you have been studying on technical analysis, right? After it broke up, right now it's actually forming like a ending diagonal. Ending diagonal. What do we mean by ending diagonal? That means it's actually a last. Will it be the last lap for it before it actually came down? So this is like a diagonal. All right, you can actually just Google and type what is ending diagonal. So it's usually after a break. Okay, after a break, then it come with an ending diagonal. Then it will either either way. But usually this is on under the Elliott wave theory, right? After the ending diagonal, it will actually came down. So we are looking for some crumbs, whether will it come down, crumbs like whether the stimulus package will roll out. Secondly, if let's say you have a few of the market looking at the stock, you should know that actually more stock are advanced or more stock are declining. So you can actually judge from there, or you can find out from the statistic on the data itself. All right. So watch out on this ending diagonal. Where will it hit to? Right. So if you're holding, otherwise, if you are longing or you wanted to buy some shares, right, please buy into those kind of shares which is strong. All right. Ultimately, the fundamental is good. Otherwise, it will fluctuate. All right. You will be killed by the volatility. Okay. Next, we will look at Pfizer. So where is Pfizer? Like I say, right? How come Pfizer is not going as high as Biotech or this kind of other vaccines company? Based on really chart, you can see that there's actually two resistance. Can you see that? $44 and $47.35 around there. All right, so for $44 is the first immediate resistance level. All right, this is the weekly chart. You can see this is the weekly, this is the daily. Daily, it broke almost like half year's high. But right now, the all-time immediate last year 2018 there's one high at 44. So we are waiting for it to break before it actually uh, to go even higher. But in order, this is one of the technical analysis. In order for it to go even higher, right, we shouldn't have any resistance here. Right, we shouldn't have any resistance over here. All right. So then after it broke up, since no resistance over here, it will then even eventually trend higher. All right, because this is the mentality of trading. If let's say we have resistance, we have past record over here, right? People will tend to refer back. You get what I'm trying to say? People will tend to refer back. So if let's say there's no resistance, then it's a good for you to ride on it. So as you can see, you can go compare like biotech, like biotech. Oh, so sorry. Give me a second. I don't want to erase my previous stuff. All right. Okay, for biotech, you can see that I shared previously on my 19th September. Wow, that is quite long ago. I see it can follow the trend. Okay, it tick even higher. Can you see that? What is the difference compared to Pfizer? Basically, after it broke up, right, there is nothing to refer. You can just only keep riding. All right. So Pfizer is right now, like I mentioned, big market cap, the biggest, 200 plus billions compared to this 60 billions only. Uh, this is like 3 or 4 times bigger, and there is resistance level. So waiting for them to spike up, then before Pfizer can go even higher. All right, next thing, I'm going to touch on this another index. It's called Hanex Index. Hanex Index, things to watch out right now. We are at the first resistance level on the trend line. So this is on the weekly chart. We are always looking at the weekly chart. We are on the first resistance level. All right, we're on the first resistance level this year. So will they successfully break out or come down? A higher chance. We should see on the signal. But based on last week closing, right, it's actually close below the symmetrical triangle. All right, so we are actually on the low side. Right, we are actually on the low side. But if you want, you can wait for next week, one more week candle, then we shall see how it goes. Okay. For next counter, we are actually looking at China A50. Previously has been mentioned. Let's touch on it again. Flag. So it seems like the flag has completed. All right, book here, come down, go up. It seems like it's completed right now. And carving candle on a weekly basis. So we shall see there might be some significant pullback. All right. So this is China A50. Do not long, like I say, you miss it, do not long. All right. Next thing is on this special counter, which I mentioned previously. Is actually revolve. You know, I have mentioned this on 2 weeks ago. All right, on the 30th November video, I mentioned this is a secret counter. I say that it's good in the charting, good in the fundamental. So if you have long, right, congrats to you. If you have long, congrats to you. Right now, let's take a look. Where are we? So if you look really chart, inverse head and shoulder. Watch the video to see. I didn't share in my trading view because privilege for people who watch my video. Right now we are trading on the trend itself. We are trading on the trend. Right, this is the uptrend. Okay, see, it's uptrend. So we are trading on the trend itself. Pull back a little bit more, go up. Pull back a little bit more, go up. Ultimately, this is an online selling online clothes business, which I think is quite good. We are looking at the final target at 33. All right, so this is a bar which I'm looking at. I think I shared in my Telegram. This is the bar I'm looking at to long. So did I manage? Yeah, I managed to long somewhere here, which is perfect. All right, perfect, good entry point. But if you come lower, then you can get even higher, better price than me. Okay, so next thing, we are looking at this thing called USDCAD. I successfully touched on my first TP level. Right now, if you want more, if you're greedy, you want more, you can go for the second TP because long term wise, you will still continue to go down. USD continue will be weakened, correct or not? So first level, here managed to hit. So second level, we are going to 1.26, and we shall see how it goes. All right, I I still give my rating 4 out of 5. It's the same thing. I'm bearish on USDCAD as well. Okay, next thing, we will be looking at, all right, new counter WBA. All right, Walgreen. This thing you might want to take note if you are entering into this market. First of all, is a downtrend. Very obvious, it's a downtrend, right? We don't go against the trend. So right now I'm trading on the secondary trend of the major trend. This is the primary trend, right? This is the primary trend. So right now I'm trading on the secondary trend. So as you can see, why I'm actually looking at this. This is actually one of the company that store medicines. All right, so it relates to the vaccine itself. So I'm looking for a decent pullback. Let's look at the daily chart. All right, let's reset it. Okay, and then we shall see. We are looking for a decent pullback. All right, spike up, come down, spike up, decent pullback, and then we just trade with the trend again. All right, so I'm looking for somewhere here to see any opportunity to go higher or not. All right, this is actually riding on the news on the fundamental side because they are the storage of the vaccines. Okay, next thing, last week I mentioned this good counter, Craft. Right, Craft, inverse head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder, break, we will go 42. Break 36, we will go 42. So ultimately, it's still, you know, uh, accumulating. It's still accumulating. So if you haven't go in, it's good for you to nimble a bit along the way. All right, nimble a bit along the way. So if you look at weekly chart, it's very obvious. Okay, see, it's very obvious. All right, Craft. So I'm at the long side. All right, I'm at the long side. Okay, so next two counter, which is the Singapore local counter. First, I mentioned is Singtel. Singtel, I talk about Singtel is because of the digital bank, right? Digital bank. So right now on the weekly chart, I say that there's two entry point. Either wait for it to pull back here or pull back here. Then we go long. All right, anything break below $2 will be nasty. All right, so first TP 250. I hope you guys didn't chase in when the market opened on the first Monday. All right, I hope you guys didn't chase in on the first when the market opened. All right, this is called usually the hype. All right, don't chase in, always wait for a decent pullback. Right now it's come to a decent pullback, so I'm looking at this price, or I'm looking at 225, or I'm looking around this range before I can go in. All right, so somewhere here, of course this is long term. Singtel is long term because ultimately they are evolving, they are changing, but their main telco business is very competitive. All right, so this is long term. Next thing, something is brewing at this counter. It's called Yang Zijiang. All right, on Yang Zijiang, I shared on my Telegram. I say that if it successfully will break 960, $9.60, all right, we will be looking at it. So after it broke up, it actually came down. But good thing it didn't came down to close below this triangle, right? This descending triangle. All right. So why I'm looking at Yang Zijiang, first of all, we look at very big context on money chart. We can see on money chart itself, right? We can see that this is mainly the resistance level. Am I right to say? So we are at the resistance level. And secondly, you go look at the fundamental share buyback is over there. They are buying back their shares. There's a good couple of contract they actually signed. And with the vaccine transport delivery shipping logistics is coming back. So I'm giving my good bet for long term on Yang Zijiang. All right, unless it's a hanky panky counter, but I don't think so. I did something on the study of them. I don't think they are quite hanky panky. So if you want long term, it's a good price for you to accumulate at this price. All right, so I'm looking for at the upside for Yang Zijiang. All right, this is more on the mid to long term holding. Okay, Show trading is basically you buy here and then 1+, then you can actually exit, just ding dong there. But it's depend what is the time frame you're looking at. So I'm looking at a mid to long term. I've decided to hold on Yang Zhejiang. All right, so that's all for this week's sharing. I hope you guys like it. Hopefully you guys can share my video, follow my YouTube, like my Facebook page, so that I know more follower. I know that you guys actually pay attention to the video. That will make a good video going forward as well. All right, that's all for this week. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.